Hello Dragons, and welcome to the March edition of Inside the Dragons. In this edition you're going to see all the great community readers that we had come into the school facilities. We also had a great charity week, and part of that charity week was our unified basketball game. Always excitement, always a lot of great memories. Please check it out. And then lastly, Mr. Norman Wright, County Teacher of the Year for the elementary level. How special is that?
When March rolls around, schools across Lake Orion shift their focus to reading in all forms. March's Reading Month is the annual celebration to focus on the opportunities provided by books. Each school and level provides its own path, with the elementaries diving completely into themes. At Carpenter Elementary, the theme tied into the March Madness brackets, with books squaring off in votes and advancing. With significant parent support and design, the main hallway was peppered and decorated completely to wow the students. At Weber Elementary, the theme welcomed students into the school with balloons. And outside the media center, there were reading reminders. Each school's media specialist embraced the month.
We have a committee that works together to plan a lot of activities for March's Reading Month. One of the things Mrs. Murtaugh, our fifth grade teacher, did is she created an interactive calendar. And as students, if they choose to complete the activities, if they cross off 10 for the month, then they're eligible to win a free ticket to a local baseball game. We have a designated day in May where our families can go. Each Wednesday, our P2 committee has designated as a theme. So last week on Wednesday, we celebrated Dr. Seuss, and it was Red and White Day. Tomorrow is Wacky Wednesday with mix-matched clothes. Then we're going to have Career Day, and we end the month with a Rock Your Socks Day, which is a fundraiser for children with Down syndrome. Our PTO put up a display in the hallway where they asked each teacher to write their favorite book on a thing, so I think that caught the students' attention. They're focused on that. We're trying to build up reading stamina, so we're trying to have kids read for longer amounts of time. With that, our principal purchased flashlights for every student in the school. So every single Friday is called Flashlight Friday, and they can bring in a blanket or a stuffed animal, and we're trying to build up reading stamina and have them read for longer amounts of time. And that's really popular.
One of the creative ideas at Carpenter from media specialist Janine Chrisman was the idea of a book swap.
Technically, you can bring in a certain amount of books from 1 to 5, and you can turn them in, and then like a day later or a few days later, you get to come and see all the books people turned in, and depending on how many you donated, depends on how many you get.
I turned in a couple of picture books and then some Judy B. Jones books.
I brought in a lot of like the chapter books, more like Ada Twist Scientist and all the other stuff. I brought in 3 of those, and I'm looking for kind of realistic fiction like Riley or graphic novels.
The activities adjust as the students get older, but in the middle schools, there are different motivations, including prizes handed out at Scripps for reading. In all elementary and middle schools, one of the most interesting moments is when a guest reader arrives to share. They are fellow staff members, Board of Education trustees, district administrators, and, in middle school, even fellow students.
Right there, that you got in your hair. On account of the gum that you got in your hair, your dad said, "Sit still," and your sister said, "Duck," and you sat very still. Still, the scissors got stuck in the gum that you got in your hair. Okay, we went on some websites, and all of them swear if you want to get scissors and gum out of hair, you take 2 sticks of butter and smear them along and...
The staff members also take questions about their jobs.
So what I do is the whole month of March, there's a lot of days in March. So we schedule it so that I can come, read, spend a little bit of time in a school. Sometimes we do 2 schools in a day. Like I went to Carpenter this morning to do some stuff with staff. We just try to schedule it out so that we can spend time and enjoy it while I'm here and not rush to one spot to the other.
Each year, Lake Orion High School spends 1 week in the spring focused on raising money for a specific charity. The LOHS leadership class plans out a week of activities for the student body to participate in, with each one raising money for the charity. This year's week began with a charity volleyball game complete with costumes, family feud between student groups, and a Mr. and Mrs. LO competition. As the week progressed, the activities involved more staff and students. On March 12th, the entertaining coin stalls event dominated the start of the day as students bring money in to donate to delay the day's start.
Coin stalls so we're donating to Blessings in a Backpack, and so all the teachers, the students come in with coins, and like the teachers in the morning have to count the coins, and there's sabotages, so teachers could get like oven mittens or just like passes where it's like makes the classes longer and they have to like wait longer to start counting their coins. And like all the money that is raised and that are given to the teachers will be donated to Blessings in a Backpack, which is a non-profit organization. I think there was an online, like, where you could do the card reader. There was that, and then there was also, like, we had a bank, so if you brought in money, then we can exchange it for the coins. So I think there was a lot. Currently we're counting all the coins and like making sure they're direct, and then we're putting them in bags, and then we're gonna put them in the bank for the profit.
Classes throughout the school participated as the teachers took their time raising money for a good cause. Some students cleaned out their house to contribute.
I wanted to help out charity and skip first hour.
Both. Which one was more important?
The charity.
Right, sure. Yeah, anywhere interesting you found a bunch of coins in your house that you didn't think you had some?
No, they were kind of just like around the counter in like cups.
Lake Orion High School classes totaled nearly $2,300 for the coin stalls day. On Thursday, March 13th, LOHS students and staff stepped out of their class to attend or participate in the Dragon Plunge. 10 different students or staff members in costumes and or swim attire launched off the high dive to get rated by classmates, with a trophy presented called the Golden Plunger, following the decision. That was followed by racing homemade duct tape boats created by students. Each student who attended in the audience donated $5 to the charity. The week was capped off by the Unified Basketball team hosting an all-school assembly. The LOHS Unified team hosted the Bloomfield Hills High School Unified team for a 4-quarter game. There was tremendous enthusiasm for the Unified team, a combination of special education and general education students coached by Eric Mearshart. And in the breaks between the quarters, the LOHS students in the crowd came down to the floor to participate in games. The week was memorable for all and raised over $6,000. When Lake Orion Community Schools recognized its Teacher of the Year in each building and at each level in February and March, it was the usual celebration. But for the first time in recent history, a Dragon teacher took the next step as Orion Oaks teacher Norman Wright was named the Oakland County Teacher of the Year. He was surprised by a camera crew and staff members from Oakland schools, as well as the LOCS administration.
Announcement to make. I know that you're aware of Mr. Wright earning our Teacher of the Year for our building and our district, but we have some folks here to honor Mr. Wright.
Good morning, students. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning.
I'm Suzanne Tui. I work at Oakland Schools, and on behalf of Oakland Schools and the Oakland Schools Education Foundation, we're thrilled to announce that the Oakland County Elementary School Teacher of the Year is your teacher, Mr. Wright.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
First of all, students, you don't know this yet because you're still in the class, but so many of Mr. Wright's students have kept in contact with Mr. Wright and have expressed how much of an impact, a positive impact that he has made to them over the years and continue on as they go on to college and adulthood and into their careers.
I want to congratulate you. We've talked a lot about being champions of hope, and as Dr. Goya said, you've made a difference for so many, and you will moving forward as well. But we really appreciate you and not only the work that you do, but who you are as a person. So thank you very much.
I started my journey 20 years ago. I left a banking career, didn't know how this is going to turn out. I only wanted to be the best that I could be for so many students, and I do appreciate the opportunity where parents have sent me their students, entrusted me with them, and I've done my best to pour so much into them. If I could do it all over again, I would, but at some point I know I have to give this up. But I do, I'm really, really grateful for the opportunity to come into the classroom each day to do what I do. And it's more so where I learn so much from my students, and they teach me to be better each and every day.
When we reviewed all of the information on Mr. Wright, the compelling stories that his former students told about him really stood out among all of the applicants. You could tell that he's had an impactful and profound impact on the lives of his students. Well, teaching is a very difficult profession, and when we're able to celebrate the uniqueness of each teacher and celebrate the impact that teachers have on the lives of students every day, that's something really we can all be proud of and that we should really celebrate thoroughly.
Thank you for watching, and go Dragons!
Inside the Dragons is produced by the Lake Orion Community Schools in partnership with Orion Neighborhood Television. For up-to-date news and information about the Lake Orion Schools, visit our website at lakeorionschools.org and watch us on Comcast Educational Access Channel 22 and AT&T UVerse Channel 99.